As of March 2nd, there has been a recorded 19 mass shooting incidents from all around the US. That is approximately 1.74 shootings per week. Besides the controversy revolving around gun control, some are looking towards video games as a possible accomplice in these happenings. Before I get into the nitty-gritty of this issue, let's enter a peaceful state of mind. A place without violence, only tranquility. As many as 97% of kids ages 12 to 17 play video games. That is almost 73 million children. 19 teenagers out of 73 million is a really small number, almost negligible. Simply saying that the perpetrators of these mass shootings played violent video games isn't enough to prove their point. There is also the argument that video games desensitize children to violence. First of all, why is this a bad thing? If more kids are desensitized to violence, a September 2011 peer-reviewed study found a causal link between violent video game exposure and an increase in aggression as a result of a reduction in the brain's response to real-life violence. Since this was a causal link, this means that the studies didn't review family history or mental health of the subjects. There weren't even long-term studies to see the effects on the subjects after years after. I myself have played Call of Duty since I was like 5, and never have I ever had the thought of shooting up a school even cross my mind. But hey, I'm only one person out of many. We all know children. They are in a constant sugar rush, especially the boys. They are so full of energy they don't know what to do with it. They have to channel this energy some way. In order to do this, what better way than to imitate their favorite video game characters? After all, as many studies have stated, play is actually proven to be beneficial to child development. Controlling what they are able to do and not do is actually bad for them. Besides, as long as they aren't full-on fighting, there isn't really a problem. They're just pretend fighting after all. Some even say that the simulation of shooting guns in a video game will allow them to effectively shoot guns in real life. Obviously, anyone who thinks rationally will know that this is very false. Just because the controllers are so complex, this doesn't mean that they'll be able to fire a firearm as well. For example, if someone is really good at racing games, this doesn't automatically mean that they know how to drive. This just means that they are really good in games. They will actually lack the overall judgment and control of driving a real-life car successfully. Anyone who becomes violent after playing video games probably shouldn't even watch any type of action movie or television show, as that is just as violent as video games can be. If they're influenced that easily, they are the ones who should be monitored by parents, not really the video games themselves. People are drawn into video games not because they have a sudden urge to beat up someone. They're in it for the competitive nature that video games have. If anything, they might even work together as a team to achieve a common goal. There are many solutions to this issue. Keep in mind that these solutions are regulating those who played video games rather than getting rid of the video game violence altogether. One solution is making the game rating more visible so suspecting parents won't get tricked into buying a family-friendly game, in quotes, like Grand Theft Auto. Obvious M-rated game. 18 and up can play it. Anyone younger probably shouldn't play it. Another solution would be to move the actual gaming console away from their private room into the family room, where the parents can have more control over what they're playing and how they're playing it, rather than just, or even better yet, don't even buy them a game that you disapprove of altogether. In conclusion, don't blame video games for violence. They didn't do anything, let them be.